Hello there, friends. It's Jimmy Maverick. Welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Maverick Podcast. And we are doing a live draft today for the FFPC Football Guys Tournament High Stakes League. $350 entry. I am at pick number 9. This is my first of 3 drafts with them this year. It went extremely well. I totally got a steal in the 4th round, too. Super happy about that. So you definitely want to check it out. Here we go.
Listen up. It's time for the Fantasy Maverick Podcast, starring the guy who's going to help you win that fantasy championship, Jimmy Maverick.
Hello there, friends. It's Jimmy Maverick. Welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Maverick Podcast, and it is draft day. That's right. I got my first high stakes draft on the Fantasy Football Players Championship. I'm picking from the 9th position. This is a very interesting position, and I have been mocking and strategizing the heck out of this position here. So it's an interesting place to draft from. There's actually some really good players that I can get with the build I'm going to work on here. I want to hear your opinion on it, though, and also if you haven't done so already, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, share this with your friends, and of course subscribe. Those things all help out the visibility of my channel on YouTube, and I do very much appreciate it. If I know this is going to be a long draft as well, so if you want to just skip to the end, I will be reviewing all the players and then looking at how they score on my app. We're going to be using My Perfect Fantasy Draft to help us pick players today. I have a mode in the app which is optimized for the FFPC. So that is what's happening there. So thank you very much for watching, and we are going to get started on this right away. All right, so we got about 17 minutes till this is about to start. So the first thing I want to show you what I did is I got a little cheat sheet that I do for every draft. I don't know if you can see this. There it is. And what it is it's the team in front of me and the team behind me. I'm going to track how many of each position they're taking, and then I'm also going to keep track of how many quarterbacks, how many tight ends, how many kickers, and how many defenses have come off the board. And that's really the only thing that I really track because then I'll know, as far as it'll give me an idea as to who I should be focusing on each round based on what the other players have taken. So, if we're in a situation where like in the 9th round, neither me nor the Bears have taken a quarterback yet, and there's maybe one good quarterback left on the board that I would consider a good QB1. I will know that, I need to take him now. I shouldn't wait because he has 2 picks before it comes back to me. So those are the primary people that I am concerned with. I've got Wash Your Hands at the 8. I've got the Bears at the 10. So looking at that, and we're going to be keeping the draft board up here as well. And what I want to do is, if you haven't done so already, you can go to my website, fantasyfootballmaverick.com. That's where my app is. It's called My Perfect Fantasy Draft. It is a drafting tool that I created, and let me tell you, it will absolutely help you in all your drafts, but especially in these high-stakes leagues, man. And like I said, I'm kind of obsessed about the FFPC. I've got 3 entries this year, and I have won 3 out of 8, so I've done pretty well in it. And this year, I'm hoping I got 3 out of 3 going to the playoffs. That's what I want to see out of these 3 teams. And this, of course, is the most difficult one because it's the 9th draft position. The other ones I have the 1st and the 3rd. So a little bit easier, especially with the CMC. But question 1, you just have to answer 3 questions when you get onto the app. How does your league score points? We're going to choose the FFPC. And then, do you want to engage Jimmy's recommended player filters? We're going to go ahead and say yes. Actually, you know what? I don't want that. I want to say no. I'll turn them off in a minute. And then, do you want to enter draft mode? So yes, we will. So we choose 12 team, and we choose the 8th draft position. We'll go ahead and enter draft mode. And I'm going to turn off the filters because I want to see all the players. But let me just go to the player filter. You can see I've just turned off Jimmy's recommended filters, so all the players are now on the board. What you have up here is you got your position filters, you've got your round filters, so this represents each round of the draft. It is a 20-round draft. It gives my recommendations, and then down below what you see here is all the players. Here, let me just go back. Let me go to here. If I click on the first pick, which is from draft position 8, no, I'm on draft position 9. How did I mess that up? Let me go to draft mode, switch that. Okay. Enter draft mode. Okay, now we're at draft position 9. So if I click on the 1 here, what we're going to see on this list is all the players between our first pick and our next pick, with a little bit of overlap both before and after. But if we sort this list by draft position, you'll see we got everyone from Derrick Henry all the way to Najee Harris on this list. Now, instead of it being sorted by the draft position, though, it's sorted by what I call the VORC score. VORC stands for Value, Outlook, Reliability, Consistency, and it is the 4 key stats that I look at with regards to players, and it's these 4 columns right here. Based on how they score on each of these, they get points. Those points are added up. That's the VORC score. It's sorted by the VORC score. So you can see at the top of the list, we've got players that are, we've got a lot of long shots at the top of the list. Darren Waller expected to go 8th. Devonta Adams expected to go 7th. Ezekiel Elliott expected to go 6th. So those guys aren't really expected to make it to us. But you can see it's recommending Stefan Diggs. It's recommending Tyreek Hill. But really, when we're early in the draft, what I say is anybody that gets over 40 VORC points and 3 stars on the outlook is a recommend. So you can see just about everybody is a recommend here, except for Derrick Henry. And then here at the bottom, we've got Jonathan Taylor and Saquon Barkley below the 40 threshold. They do rate very well in the stars. So what I consider these guys, these are marginal picks, risky picks. You know, I've talked constantly about how Saquon Barkley is the highest risk reward player in the draft. I am not going to take the risk of Saquon Barkley unless he falls to me in the second. I'll take him in the second round, but I doubt he will make it to pick 16. But anyway, so that's where we're at. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to use this to help set my queue. And I absolutely always use the queue when it comes to my live drafts. So what I want to do is I want to put my aspirational guys first. So we will queue up Waller. And really, I'm kind of out on Adams. I'm much bigger on Stefan Diggs. See how Stefan Diggs rates higher? And Tyreek Hill, I think, is also very good. But really, Stefan Diggs is kind of like my target here. But let's go ahead and let's queue up Waller. And we'll queue up Diggs. There we go. And we'll also queue up Aaron Jones, who rates very well. And you can see here the recommendations: Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Jones. I'll put Tyreek Hill on there as well. And so we will, we got them on the queue. I just need to remember how to draft these guys. It's been a year since I've been on this draft board. And so I want to make sure that I know what the heck I'm doing here. But anyway, that's it. So I'm going to be setting up the queue for all my players. And you can see here, the gun means they're long shots, and the hands mean they're a reach, which means these guys, Najee Harris, Antonio Gibson, Saquon Barkley, are all potential to make it to round 2, although they will be long shots on round 2. If we click to round 2, then you'll see there's Najee, there's Antonio Gibson, and there's Saquon Barkley there. And you can see that their VORC score improves going from the first round to the second round. In the first round, Najee here gets 41 VORC points at pick 9, but at pick 16, Najee gets 48 VORC points. So again, that's how it works, is that you'll see the player increase in value the later he is available on the board. Another nice thing you can do is you can restore players from a prior round onto the draft board if they are somehow inexplicably still available. Like, let's say you make it to your second pick and Austin Eckler is still on the board. Well, we can restore Austin Eckler to the second round and see where he rates. And you can see he rates good. I mean, he's 47, 4-star, but he's way down below a lot of other players. And so what I like to say is you focus on the top of the list, you ignore the players at the bottom of the list, and we are going to go through and we're going to draft ourselves a hell of a team. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to win that $500,000. That is my goal this year. So, so anyway, I'll be right back when the draft starts. All right, so we are within a minute right now, just waiting for this thing to start. Now, if you look at like the top guys I'm targeting, Stefan Diggs scores 60 VORC points. How does he score 60? Well, first of all, the value is 5, but the pick is 9. So we're getting positive value out of this pick. He's a top 5 player. The outlook is 3 stars. He gets high reliability and 9 out of 10 on consistency. And that's super important, man. High reliable, high consistency guys are the guys that help you win fantasy football championships. So you can see here that he gets 10 for the value, 10 for the outlook, 20 for the reliability, 20 for the consistency. Now, Tyreek only scores 49 points. Still very good, you know. His value is 6th. His outlook is 4 stars, so it's even better than Diggs, but his reliability is mid, and it's because he's missed time due to injury. Also, he's more of a boom-bust player. Consistency ranking is 5 out of 10. He obviously has an unlimited ceiling. All right, there the draft has started, but he doesn't score as well. So he gets 9 points of the value, 20 for the outlook, 10 for the reliability, and 10 for the consistency. So he only scores 49. Aaron Jones scores 48, so he's right there as well. Now, Aaron Jones actually gets negative value, slightly overvalued because his value rank is 17th, 3-star outlook, high 10 players. So he's very, very good on those as well, and so that keeps him up there. That's why they're my top 3. So let's just go to the board. Actually, I want to get this up. You can see I got him as my top 3. I've also queued up my 3 long shots for the next round, which are Eckler, Gibson, and Harris, who I would want to grab in the second round if they make it to me. So look at this, Kelsey going second. You know, I was watching another draft earlier, and that same thing happened. And I actually have a draft where I'm picking third. I think that one is on Wednesday, I want to say. But anyway, that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to be able to take Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara, and probably not Kelsey, though. Kelsey will probably not make it to me. That's and look, Cook hasn't even come off yet. So the guy at 4 is going to get Cook. That's like an amazing deal. So, yep, Cook, and then Devontae Adams comes off 5th. Okay, so this is what I was looking at before. With actually, it's going to be a pretty even split between running backs and wide receivers in the first round. But it's going to be much heavier running back in the second round. That's for sure. Probably 7 of the second round picks will probably be running backs if this one splits and does 5-5 and then the 2 tight ends. So now Waller is normally a guy I would absolutely get, but in running my drafts and stuff, I figured out that I've been able to get T.J. Hawkinson in the 3rd. And T.J. Hawkinson, although he is not Waller, doesn't have as much of a ceiling as Waller, is extremely good. Is in a great position right now, and it's just a perfect. Now look at that! I already got sniped on one of my players, Stefan Diggs. Did not make it to me. That is too bad. I still do have, Tyreek Hill. I have Darren Waller. I have Aaron Jones. So, and I'd be perfectly happy with Tyreek if he makes it to me here. We'll see what happens.
You are up next.
I am up next. It's not populating fast enough. Derrick Henry gets taken 7th. Derrick Henry for me is a very high-risk player. Plus, this is a PPR with tight end premium. So a player like Derrick Henry, although he is...
Now you are on the clock.
On the clock. Okay, so who did he take? Pop in there. He took Aaron Jones. Okay, so I am getting... So look, Zeke is still on the board. Now, if we go ahead and look at where Zeke is, Zeke does score very well, 16th overall for value, but I have him as, kind of a declining usage in what is a high-powered offense. You know what? I think I'm going to stick with taking a wide receiver, so I'm going to take Tyreek with my first pick. So Wash Your Hands took a running back. So I'm just marking that off. Oh, and we have 1 tight end off the board right now. But Tyreek Hill is an outstanding choice. Now what I do is now we go to the second round. We look at who's it recommending for the second round. DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So these are all really good choices. Let's go ahead and get them queued up. So where is Hopkins? And then we've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's right there. And we have, who else was, Metcalf. Where is Metcalf? There we go. Everybody's ignoring Zeke Elliott right now. That is very unusual. Oh, it's still DeBears. He hasn't taken anything yet. And he took him. Okay. Let's also see who else does it like on this round. So we got Ridley. We've got, I'll leave him till the end. So we got Ridley, Kittle, and Lamb all scoring very good here. So Ridley, Little, and CeeDee Lamb. All right. We also have Woods as a reach. Let's put Woods up. And who else? We got Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin. Just loading up our queue. Let's see what's going on here. So just 2 picks have been taken. Zeke, Eckler, Chubb closes out the first round. All right. So we've got 3 picks back to us. It looks like we should be able to get one of the running backs that now 2 of them are off. We'll see if Najee makes it to us. This is cutting it a little close. But nobody's taken Waller. That's very surprising.
You are up next.
Jonathan Taylor was taken. Now, Taylor does not rate well in my app. He is not rate good value. He's like 37th overall for value in this league. And plus, he's sharing that backfield. We'll have to see what DeBears does. Are they going to take Waller, take the massive value in Waller there?
Now you are on the clock.
Looks like he did. Okay, now look at this. Saquon Barkley is still on the board. Holy crap, that is unbelievable. If let's see here, Barkley. Now again, it's just so hard to pass on that. But the fact that Najee is still there, and Najee is at the top of my board right now, I think I'm going to have to take Najee. I can't pass up on Najee. Even though there are guys that score better, just for roster construction, getting, like Tyreek Hill and Najee Harris, that gets us our RB1, rock solid RB1 from a great offense. So I'm very excited and very happy to have that. Look at that. But Saquon Barkley, we'll see how far he falls. Who's going to pull the trigger? Okay, but let's just move on. Let's go to the third round, man. Let's take a look. So third round, who's it recommending? Got to wait for these to update. Okay, so here's where I'm going to target my tight end. TJ Hawkinson, absolutely outstanding. He has risen in value. It is a contract year, upward trend in his usage. He is 22nd most valuable overall. We'll be at pick 33. 5-star outlook, medium reliability, but 8 out of 10 consistency. This guy just, look at that VORC score, 72 VORC points. That is unbelievable. Like I said, if they score over 40, they're good. This is almost double that. So let's go to I'm going to just go to the tight ends. Hawkinson is obviously going to be the top choice. And then who else? We've already so Robert Woods, James Robinson is another really good choice. If we look at 2 running backs, really like his situation right now. James Robinson. Who else is on this list? So we've got Allen Robinson, Allen Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, David Montgomery are all long shots. I'll put Robinson and Montgomery on my queue. So Montgomery. And under wide receivers, we'll put Allen Robinson there. And I'm not going to bother with, Mahomes. But then we've got some reaches. We got Cooper Kupp and we've got Mike Evans. Mike Evans doesn't score 40, but he's at 39 with 3 stars. So that's darn close enough. So let's go and put them up. So Cooper Kupp and Mike Evans. And when there's Mark Andrews too, let's put him on the queue too. So tight end, Mark Andrews, wide receiver, Cooper Kupp, who rates very well in my app right now. And Mike Evans, that was the third one. Yeah, Mike Evans, there he is. All right, again, a nice full board. Saquon Barkley finally got taken at the 2.6. That's actually really good. I mean, that's good value again, boom bust. It could work out or it could be a disaster, but that's a nice discount on his value. Okay, look at that. Patrick Mahomes comes off in the second round. So since our pick, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, A.J. Brown, Patrick Mahomes, and then DK Metcalf closes out the second round. Interesting. Okay. So right now, and this guy's doing a stack. Look, he did the Kelsey Mahomes stack. I think that's it's the most expensive stack you can get, basically. You know, that's the most expensive one. And he could have waited till the third round to take that. I don't know why he decided to take it in the second, but that's up to him. Now, one also thing that's really interesting to consider here is this league has a 12-week regular season, and then the playoffs are week 13 and 14, but weeks 13 and 14 are bye weeks for many teams, including Carolina with Christian McCaffrey and Cleveland with Nick Chubb. And you've also got, you've got A.J. Brown. You've got who else? I think Tennessee also. So Derrick Henry. All those guys are going to be on bye the first week of the fantasy playoffs in this league. And so that's a scary prospect. You know, I mean, that is something that I'm going to have to figure out if I'm going to do with where I'm picking first. In my third league, I've got the first pick overall. So I'm going to get Christian McCaffrey. But then, you know, as far as how the draft falls, I'm going to be staying away from all other week 13 buys so I can maximize the value of everybody else for that fantasy playoff week. So, you know, it's something definitely worth considering. Now, look at this. This guy just took two tight ends. Look, he just took Pitts and Kittle back to back. That puts in jeopardy my strategy of getting Hawkinson at 9 because that is extremely early. So we'll see if that impacts the next 4 picks back to me, because that would kind of suck. I could fall back and grab Andrews with my third pick. He is not as good a value, though. And for me, Kyle Pitts does not score well. If we look at the tight ends, Kyle Pitts, he's 38th overall. So that was a big negative value pick for that guy. People are way overvaluing Pitts as a rookie, you know, as a rookie tight end, the best of all time as far as his metrics, but still that's kind of crazy. So, but by doing this guy's going to push other people to take their tight ends earlier than they were planning on. And so that's good for someone like me. If I get Hawkinson here.
You are up next.
Okay, I'm up next. James Robinson just came off. So, and also who else came off? So we got Mixon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, also Terry McLaurin and CeeDee Lamb all came off. This is a very interesting build. But one of the nice things is you can absolutely totally roster 2 tight ends as starters in this league because it's a double flex. And you're not going to hurt your overall strategy or roster construction by doing that. And I've actually done that. I did that in one of my leagues, I think 2 years ago. I had 2 elite tight ends, and they're great. And the tight end premium makes it absolutely worth it.
You are on the clock.
Who would he take? Miles Sanders. Okay. All right. So we are going to go and take Hawkinson. Again, amazing value. So we're just doing a nice balanced build here. We got ourselves a fantastic wide receiver 1. We got ourselves a great RB1. And now we've got ourselves a near elite tight end 1. He is my tight end 4. But again, the volume of targets he's going to get is going to be right in the realm of George Kittle and Darren Waller. So the upside and opportunity for breakout are enormous on a team that, like Waller's Raiders, doesn't have any other passing options. It's just the tight end and the running back. That's what they have. They have a good tight end and a good running back, and that's it. So anyway, let's go to the fourth round, so we don't get behind on this stuff here. So the fourth round, it's recommending Mark Andrews, but we already have our tight end. I don't really think we need him. It's recommending we could take Kyler Murray. I'm not going to take Kyler Murray right now. Miles Sanders, I did see already went early. So let's see here. Who else is on this list? So we still have Cooper Kupp. We have Mike Evans queued up. Chris Godwin is a guy who I very much like. If Kupp gets taken, Godwin has a good chance to make it to us. Okay, so there's Godwin. Let's see here. Mike Evans, Miles Sanders is gone. T. Higgins, Josh Allen, if we wanted to go quarterback, we're not going to do that. T. Higgins, DJ Moore. Let's put those guys on the queue. DJ Moore, T. Higgins right there. Look at this. David Montgomery is still on the board. That is amazing. Allen Robinson still on the board. So those guys, if either of them fell, that would be unbelievable. That would be amazing. I don't expect that to happen. So Mike Evans, Robert Woods, Julio Jones all went in a row. So that's fine. If I could get Montgomery, that would be an astounding 1-2 running back stack. I don't expect that to happen. I'm not going to get my hopes up. So who did he end up taking? Oh, so let's look at our guys. So Wash Your Hands right now has 2 running backs and a wide receiver. And the Bears is just like me. 1 running back, 1 wide receiver,
You are
1
up
tight end.
next.
Okay, so Adam Thielen goes off the board. Amari Cooper goes off the board. All right, things are looking really, really good. Holy crap. Okay, so let's look at Allen Robinson. If we restore him onto this page here.
Now you are on the clock.
28th overall in value. Did he make it? Holy crap, he made it. David Montgomery made it. Oh, this is like a gift from heaven. And the fact that I can only take one of them kind of breaks my heart. So David Montgomery, where do you stack here? 50th overall in value. Okay, this is easy. We're going to take Allen Robinson. That is amazing. In the 4th round, that is a steal. That is crazy awesome. And way better than Godwin. I mean, my God, the volume to Robinson, let's just check it real quick. Hold on here. The volume to, if we look at Robinson, I got to restore him again. No, not James Robinson, Allen Robinson. Okay, so Allen Robinson right here. Allen Robinson is projected to get 145 targets. Okay, Chris Godwin, who I like, but Chris Godwin is only projected to get 122 targets. That is an amazing value loss that guy took there by taking Chris Godwin. So I don't know what happened that he kind of took his eye off the ball. Maybe he was only focusing on who was in his queue and not actually who was on the board. But that is a huge value loss there that he took by passing on Allen Robinson. Just unbelievable. But I'm bursting right now. This is great. This is fantastic. So let's go to the 5th round, man. Let's see what's going on in the 5th round. So 5th round recommendations. We've got Chase Edmonds, Lamar Jackson, and Kareem Hunt are the recommendations. Now, if we look here, Chase Edmonds is a reach. So I'm not inclined to take a reach like Chase Edmonds at this point in the draft. But let's get some guys on the queue. Let's get Lamar Jackson, Kareem Hunt. Logan Thomas is a little bit over. You can see he's a marginal pick here, but we can put him on. Jackson, Hunt, and Thomas. Let's go ahead and do that. So for quarterbacks, Jackson. For running backs, we've got Kareem Hunt. For, let's see here. Oh, at tight ends, Logan Thomas is a marginal pick. Now, as far as the reaches, we've got Edmonds. We've got Claypool, who is a marginal pick here. We got Damian Harris, who I do not like at all. Way overvalued at this point in the draft. But Edmonds is a nice pick, fair value. So we got Edmonds, and let's put Edmonds and Claypool on there too. So running backs, we'll do Edmonds. And for wide receivers, we'll do Claypool. Look at this. David Montgomery is still sitting on the board at the end of the 4th round. That is unbelievable that nobody's touching him. That's so weird. I don't know. Was there some news on David Montgomery today that we don't know about? Let's just let me just go here to where are you? David Montgomery. I'm going to go look at the search news on him if there was something that broke today that would cause him to slide like this. No, there's no news. Unbelievable deal to whoever takes him. Okay, so let's look at the rest of this round. So after we took Allen Robinson, it was Mark Andrews, Josh Allen, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson, Cooper Kupp, DJ Moore, David Montgomery, and look at this. Robert Tonyan in the 4th round. That is a disaster. That is a colossal disaster for Team 1. Unbelievable. Oh, man. I'm all fired up right now. Okay, so wash your hands right now. 2 running backs, a wide receiver, and a tight end. And then the Bears, they've got a running back, a tight end, and 2 wide receivers. I've got 2 wide receivers, a running back, and a tight end. So we are just moving along here. Now I'm just gonna look at the draft board here to see. You can see we still have T. Higgins. He's at the top of the board. He's not going to make it to us. But if we look at the players who are between now and when we pick, there are some options we might want to consider. Like Ayuk is a player, even though he's injured right now. I do like him. Jamar Chase, I'm fading. Odell Beckham, I hate. Robbie Anderson is a guy I like. Tyler Boyd is a guy I like. We're just looking at wide receivers here. Oh, hold on here. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong part of the list. Let me remove these guys. I don't want to get ahead of myself. All right, so where are we at? So look at this. DeAndre Swift still on the board. Gus Edwards, Kyler Murray, Mike Davis, Javonte Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Brandon. So again, we're about, yeah. So maybe, where is Ayuk on my list? 58th overall, so he's a fair value play. But again, he's injured, so he's not rating well right now on either count. So I can't really take him. So T. Higgins came off. So Deontay Johnson, Josh Jacobs, and T. Higgins came off. David Montgomery finally came off there at the end of the 4th round. That's really, I mean, he's a fair value play there. That's a great pick. That's outstanding. Josh Jacobs, he's also fair value there, I'm pretty sure. Let's look at the running backs for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, his value is 51st overall, so that was a really nice pick too. So this guy's done good getting fair value on his running backs, which is really hard to do because they're so heavily devalued. Here's Swift, here's Javonte. These guys just offer ridiculously bad value for your fantasy team. Swift is all right, 35th overall. That's a good pick. But of course he's injured right now, so that's why he's getting the discount. But Javonte, sharing time with Melvin Gordon, Javonte 99th. We're picked like 50, 52 or whatever. I mean, he's sacrificing half the value. So all right, so it says we're up next. So we had Jerry Jeudy come off the board, who is still on our queue. So we've got Lamar Jackson, Kareem Hunt, Logan Thomas, Chase Claypool. Oh, these guys are just not, they just don't thrill me. Is Gus Edwards? How does he rate? Gus Edwards, 69th for value. Kareem Hunt is 67th. See, that's like a full loss of a full round loss of value. Let's see here. who's there for wide receivers? Ayuk, Jamar Chase. This is kind of a dead zone, man. It's really bad. So
Now you are on the
you know
clock.
what? I might want to just take Lamar Jackson here because there's really no good value options that I'm seeing. If we look, Chase Edmonds, is a fair value. Kareem Hunt is like a one-round loss of value. Chase Claypool, same thing. I don't really like Chase Claypool. I think I'm just going to have to go with the dead zone here, given that I'm just not thrilled with any of these guys at this point. Let's go ahead and take Lamar Jackson, get ourselves our quarterback, and that, I think, sets us up well. So I took him as the third quarterback, too. So if we go, we've had 3 quarterbacks taken, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had 7 tight ends taken. The guy before me, so wash your hands, took another wide receiver. The guy after just took Gus Edwards, so he took his second running back. Now let's look at the 6th round. So the 6th round, again, Chase Edmonds is a long shot to make it to us. He's a much better pick here because we get some value out of him. Likewise, Kareem Hunt is also a much better choice here. They're both fair value or a little bit undervalued, so that's a much better option if they make it. Not really interested in any of the other running backs, though. Let's look at the wide receivers. So we've got some good options: Robbie Anderson, Laviska Shenault, Tyler Boyd, Juju Smith-Schuster. So let's go and highlight a bunch of wide receivers. So we've got there's Robbie Anderson, there's Tyler Boyd, there's Laviska Shenault, there's Juju Smith-Schuster. All right. So that's pretty good. Sutton is a marginal play and a reach, so we can put him on the queue after those guys. Let's see, who else is a reach on this round? Aaron Rodgers, we don't need a quarterback. Tyler Higbee, Devonta Smith. You know what? I'm going to put Devonta Smith on the queue. There's Devonta Smith. Okay. So let's see what happened. So it was then Gus Edwards, Logan Thomas, so another tight end taken. See how it's pushed all these tight ends. The tight ends have pushed a bunch of players down the board. It looks like mostly running backs and wide receivers at this point. Brandon Ayuk. So Justin Herbert's taken, so we got another quarterback taken. So that's the 4th. That's really early on Justin Herbert. That's really kind of surprising. Kyler Murray is still on the board. So let's just go and look at the list. I'm going to just pull up the whole list. So yeah, Kyler Murray, Mike Davis, Darrell Henderson. How does Darrell Henderson rate as the 6th round pick? Henderson. 79th. No, he's worse than the other guys. He's worse than Kareem Hunt. So it is surprising that he decided to take. Well, I'm guessing it's because he's thinking it's not going to make it back to him. That's why he took Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert was his target. Although I don't know why, because he doesn't have any stacks. I don't know.
You are up next.
All right. So look, Kyler Murray's still on the board. I don't need to take two quarterbacks. That would be stupid. That would be an incredible waste of a pick. So where are we at? So we got Kareem Hunt, but then we got all these wide
Now
receivers.
you are on the clock.
Okay, he didn't take Kareem Hunt. Who did he take? Come on. Oh, he took Tom. Wow. We've got a serious early quarterback run that just happened here. I'm glad I took Lamar Jackson. Okay, well, let's absolutely take Kareem Hunt. He is a fair value pick at this point in the draft. It is super hard to find fair value players in fantasy football. So love that. Najee and Kareem as my running backs. I think that's rock solid. And let's go, and we're definitely going to want to get ourselves some more wide receivers here. So let's go to the 7th round. And let's see here. So it's recommending, well, Justin Herbert, he's gone, right? A.J. Dillon, Marquez Callaway. So let's go ahead and let's look at the list. So Kenny Galladay is a risky pick. Nice value, though. He might be worth it, although he's dealing with that hamstring. Let's just put him on the queue. I don't want to forget about him. So Kenny Galladay, where are you? Did he already get taken? Maybe he already got taken. Yeah, somebody already took him. Okay. Let's see here. Who else? A.J. Dillon. Let's go ahead and get him queued up. A.J. Dillon. All right. Who else? Michael Thomas. He's a reach. Let's see here. Devonta Smith, Corey Davis are both long shots. Do I have Corey Davis on the queue? Let's look at my wide receivers. Corey Davis. Okay. All right. And then we've got Michael Thomas. Robert Tonyan, I don't need to worry about, but Michael Thomas, let's put him on the queue also. Michael Thomas is right there. Okay. Whoops. I didn't mean to put Waddle on at that point. So we got a lot of wide receivers we're very much interested in. Robbie Anderson, Tyler Boyd, Juju Smith-Schuster, Cortland Sutton, Devonta Smith, A.J. Dillon's the only running back, Corey Davis, and Michael Thomas are right now on my list. If we look at tight ends, I think both those guys, they rate terrible, so we're not going to bother with them. We don't need a quarterback. We are well set with that. Let's go back to the board here. So since we took Kareem Hunt, then it was Chase Claypool, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Higbee, another tight end, Laviska Shenault, Jamar Chase, Noah Fant, another tight end. So we've had 10 tight ends taken. This guy totally triggered this by taking both Pitts and Kittle. Everybody's all freaked out about their tight end. I'm happy as a clam with Hawkinson as my third. Just absolutely primo pick. And I can't believe Tom Brady went off in the 6th round. I mean, there's still so many quarterbacks. Kyler Murray hasn't been taken. Why is nobody taking Kyler Murray? Why is that happening? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, kudos to whoever is going to take Kyler Murray because you're getting fantastic value on him in the 7th round. If I was to do it again, I probably should have grabbed Kyler Murray. I was just looking at my queue, and that was a mistake because I do have Kyler Murray rated ahead of Lamar Jackson, although Lamar Jackson's perfectly fine. So let's see here. So as far as we were looking at Henderson, Harris, Sermon, Mostert, again, these guys just have terrible value. They're a little better now that we're getting into the later rounds. Like for here, the 7th round, if we restore Henderson's value is 79. So he's actually fair value if he was to make it back to us. A marginally good pick. So, okay, I'm going to put Henderson on the queue. If he makes it to us, I could grab him at that point, but I'm not going to take him before that. You can see Boyd, Sutton, Devonta Smith, Corey Davis, Michael Thomas still there on the board. We've got like 6 picks to us, so we got a ways to go. So after I took Kareem Hunt, Chase Claypool, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Higbee, Laviska Shenault, Jamar Chase, Noah Fant, Robbie Anderson, Myles Gaskin closed out the 6th round. Odell Beckham and, too bad, Juju Smith-Schuster. That was one that I really was hoping would make it back to us. Gets taken early in the 7th. That's too bad, but it's fine. I still have some really good options here. Kyler Murray finally gets taken in the 7th round. Kudos to Fear the Bald 7. Kudos to him. That's a good play. Noah Fant, though, that's a shit play. That's total garbage. Not interested in that at all. Let's see. Let's look at the Wash Your Hands right now is rocking 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and a tight end. And the Bears have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a quarterback. So the Bears have. So if we look on, again, I haven't taken my quarterback yet, but I did take my quarterback. I don't really need another quarterback, but this would be a very safe turn if I didn't take a quarterback there. It was just there was just nothing. There was nobody really super compelling that I really wanted for my wide receiver at that point. It just wasn't. So that's why I passed on it. So Dak Prescott comes off. So that's our 6th quarterback. And does everybody have a tight end now? No, 12 doesn't have a tight end. 5 doesn't have a tight end. That's it, though. Everybody else has at least 1 tight end right now. So early, man. Wow, that's just crazy. Jonnu Smith got taken early. Now, that's a guy that I was actually very interested in taking as my tight end, too. Not going to happen, though. But he was one of the teams that did not have a tight end yet. So there you go. So I'm just going to look at the board here. Henderson. Okay, so Henderson just got taken, so that's too bad. Harris, Sermon, Mostert, Boyd, Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Antonio Brown, Devonta Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Deebo Samuel, Corey Davis, Marquez Callaway, A.J. Dillon.
You are up next.
Okay, we've got a lot of good options here. So Michael Pittman just got taken, as well as Darrell Henderson. I definitely need to get myself some more wide receivers. If we look at the draft board here for wide receivers.
Now you are on the clock.
Sutton is my highest rated. Who else is on the board? Boyd. Hold on here. I got to restore Boyd. Okay, Boyd rates even better. Okay, that's probably going to be my pick then. Devonta Smith, you're down there. You're a marginal pick. Okay, so let's go ahead. I am going to take Boyd. All right. And we'll see who makes it back. I've got a good chance that some of these guys are going to make it back to me. But Boyd offers value in the 60s. We're at pick 81, right? Tyler Boyd, 63rd overall in value. Let's go ahead and take him. Okay, now let's go to the 8th round. Who's it recommending for the 8th round? We got Brandon Cooks, Justin Herbert, Jalen Waddle. I think Cooks already got taken, but we can add Waddle to the list. And let's see here. I think Cooks is gone. Let me just double check that. Yeah, Cooks is gone. I saw him come off the board earlier. Brady's gone. Gallup is a marginal pick. Let's put Gallup on the board, although I really don't like Gallup. I'm really just not at all interested in him. Michael Thomas, and now we're into marginal picks like Dallas Goedert. He's gone, actually. Sony Michel. Let me put Sony Michel on the queue. There's Sony Michel. Melvin Gordon, Michael Carter, Trey Sermon is still there. He's gone. A.J. Dillon is there. See, again, these guys just don't really have a whole lot of interest in them. They're not good value picks. I mean, if we look at A.J. Dillon, where is Dillon? Are you on the list already? Yeah, A.J. Dillon, 130th in value. That's like 4 rounds of value loss if we take him. As much as I like the upside that he offers, I need to take some real value players. Look, Cortland Sutton, Devonta Smith are still there. Okay, so, all right. So the guy before me, wash your hands.
You are up next.
He took a running back, so he's got 3 running backs now. The guy after me, also took a running back. He took Mostert. Dallas Goedert. Cortland Sutton got taken. All right, so that's one of the 2. But Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith, where are you?
Now you are on the clock.
Okay. Devonta Smith, 32. You're a good value play, though. Who's on my queue? Dylan did make it. Corey Davis made it. Let's look at Corey Davis too. Corey Davis. He should have already been gone also. Where are you, Corey Davis? Oh, way down here. 92. No, that's not good. All right. Michael Thomas. Where is Michael Thomas on this list? He's a 34. These are all marginal picks. So I'll go. Oh, wait a minute. And where?
15 seconds left.
Oh, shit. Waddle, 94. Okay. So let's go, and I'm going to take. Oh, crap. I'm tilting. I'm going to take Michael Thomas. Sorry. That was. So I guess they took. Oh, Devonta Smith. That's why he wasn't there. Shoot. Okay. Yeah. Those are the 2 guys I was targeting. All right. I took Michael Thomas as my 4th. I think it's not too bad. And as far as Michael Thomas's value, 90th, we were pick 88, so he's a fair value pick. Okay. So let's look at the 9th round. So for 9th round, we've got some guys that are reaches, but let's look at the ones who are not reaches. So we got Marvin Jones. Well, we got, for our long shots, we got Williams and Mooney. Chark and Jones do not rate well, although Chark has some decent value. All right, let's go to wide receivers. There's Williams. There's Mooney. There's Chark. We've got Marvin Jones. McCole Hardman, again, is a marginal play. A little bit overvalued. Don't love that. But I'll put McCole Hardman and Marvin Jones on the list. McCole Hardman. Marvin Jones. There he is. Okay. How about for running backs? We got Kenyon Drake, who is one that I very much like to take. Kenyon Drake, he's down here. What about the other running backs? Not really any great choices. Yeah, again, crap value. Outside of Leonard Fournette, who's a reach. I'll put him on. Not super thrilled about the idea of taking him, though, but he does offer some value. At least fair value. Okay. All right. What about, tight ends? I don't even want to look, but tight ends and quarterbacks. Let's just see what's going on. So since I took Michael Thomas, another quarterback comes off, Russell Wilson, so that's 7. Then we got Marquez Callaway, Antonio Brown, Melvin Gordon, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Waddle. So I'm actually pretty happy I got Michael Thomas. They're expecting him back after the bye, so that will be an incredible boost to my team mid-season when I really need it. So let's just look at what's going on the tight ends. Since a lot of my tight ends got sniped, I want to take a second. So if we look at where are we heading? We're heading into the 9th round, right? Okay, so let's look at the tight ends, see how they score. So Gesicki is still available. Everett. Oh, Everett isn't even on the list here. Gesicki does score pretty well, but he's a marginal pick all the way around. But he would be my 2. I'm going to put him on the queue. He probably won't even make it to us. But the other quarterbacks, the other tight ends are like, there's Everett. So he's terrible. What about Gronk? Gronk is actually worth putting on because his value is pretty good. Okay. All right. How's everything going here? So we finished the round out. So after Waddle, it was DJ Chark, Sony Michel, closed it out. A.J. Dillon's still on the board. But I got Dillon, Gallup, Williams, Hardman, Jones, Kenyon Drake, Leonard Fournette, Mike Gesicki, Rob Gronkowski on my queue. So I've got some good options here. Corey Davis came off. Jalen Hurts came off. So we got another quarterback. So that's 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's 10. 10 quarterbacks gone. Wash Your Hands has their quarterback and their tight end. And then 3 and 3. Yeah, okay. They're the ones that took Wilson. Okay. And then these guys have 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. 3 and 3. So we're all very nice and balanced here. Me, I still have only taken 2 running backs, so I definitely need to take a third. So let's just look at I want to just look at the running backs here, see who else is available. Dylan, Carter, Jones. Oh, Jamal Williams I like. Connor, Moss, Fournette, Paul. Oh, look, see, Drake is still way down here. So there could be an opportunity here to take a couple of running backs on these next 2 rounds. Shore up that position. Michael Gallup goes. James Conner goes. Okay, so it's 3 to us. A.J. Dillon's still on the board. He's right at the top of the board, though. So we'll see. I doubt he makes it. I doubt he makes it that many picks. But we'll see what happens here, where people are looking. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He just got taken. But who am I looking at with running backs? Drake and Fournette and Jamal Williams. I think I'm probably going to take another wide receiver because I really do need one. I do need some more. Marvin Jones is excellent value here. So I think Marvin Jones is kind of my target on this round.
You are up next.
Ronald Jones came off, so we're having a little bit of a running back run here.
Now you are on the clock.
All right, so who did he take? All right, let's go ahead and take Marvin Jones. He's rated ahead of all these other guys as far as value. Oh, and there's Jacoby Myers. Okay, let's go ahead and take Marvin Jones. Where's Jacoby Myers on this list? Wide receivers. Put him on for sure for the 10th round. Curtis Samuel also rates very well, although I'm kind of Not super thrilled with Curtis Samuel. He's injured right now. I'll put him up there. Oh, did someone take Kenyon Drake? Of course they took it right after B. Okay, so they each took another running back. So they've got 4 running backs each. I now have 5 wide receivers, still only 2 running backs, though, so I'm really thin on running back. Yeesh. Okay. Wouldn't mind getting Jamal Williams. Oh, of course he got taken right when I said it. But there is Tony Pollard. Michael Carter, Zach Moss. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, we're in the middle of a running back run here.
You are up next.
All right. So I think I'm probably going to take Pollard here.
Now you are on the clock.
Tilting. Okay. Hardman, Gesicki, Gronkowski, Jacob E. Myers, or Curtis Samuel are still on the board. Oh, boy. Man. Okay. Zach Moss, Singletary, Hines. Ugh, jeez. I'm going to have to take Ramadra. I really do like his upside. This is earlier than I would normally take him. Is he even on the list at this point? He probably is. Oh, he is. Yeah, he's a marginal pick. But again, he backs up a low reliability player on a team that's going to be run heavy. So I think he's a good overall choice. Let's go to the 11th round. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, 11th round. There's where it's saying we can take Gronkowski, Justin Fields, Trey Lance. So if we wanted to take one of the speculative high upside quarterbacks, now that would be the time to do it. So let's go ahead and get those guys queued up. There's Justin Fields, and there's Trey Lance. Put them up there. I think I would prefer Trey Lance just because I think he's in a better situation. Let's see here. Who else is on the list? Let's look at the running backs. Hines is a long shot. He's probably the best as a marginal pick, so let's go ahead and put him on the queue, although I doubt he makes it back to us. Come on. Hines. There we go. We've also got Madison, Bernard, or White. Maybe Madison I'll put on too, even though he's, again, it's just strictly a handcuff. I've got some other handcuffs I like better later. For wide receivers, who do we got? Oh, Hollywood Brown. If he made it to us, that'd be great. Marquise Brown right there. Who else is on the list? Devontae Parker is a marginal pick. Terrace Marshall, that's a speculative pick. I doubt he's going to get enough volume to be fantasy relevant. All right. I've just got a mobile hotspot going just in case my internet goes out, and it times out automatically after an hour if nothing happens. So just need to reset my clock. There we go. Tight end, Gronk, Everett, or Engram. So let's go to all. Okay, see what's going on here. So over the course of that disastrous turn, geez, I could have totally taken Marvin Jones on the follow-up. But, it was Drake, Jamal Williams, Michael Carter, and then Mike Williams, then Matthew Stafford. So another quarterback comes off. And look, Justin Fields and Trey Lance both came off too, both the speculative upside quarterbacks. 2 more tight ends came off, Cook and Gesicki. Yowza, man. Okay, so Elijah Moore. So how are we doing here? So Wash Your Hands is the one that took a second tight end. The Bears took another running back. So they got 5. All right. Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore, some rookies. Just looking through who's at the top of the list here. Hines, Everett. Okay. Everett, Tannehill, Madison, Ingram. Gage is a guy that I very much like. So what do I got? I got 5 wide receivers. I got 3 running backs. Cole Hardman comes off to close out the 10th round. Let's go to the 11th. We've already done that. We've already looked at the 11th round. Okay. I've got 7 guys on the queue with 8 spots to go. Let's see. I'm going to look at the quarterbacks. Tannehill has not been taken. Get someone like Trevor Lawrence. I might just punt on a second quarterback and just wait to see at the end. Right at the very end, I could grab like a Mac Jones or a Zach Wilson or a Ben Roethlisberger. I don't need to spend anything more on. When I've got Lamar Jackson, I'm not going to be starting anyone else but Lamar Jackson as my quarterback. I mean, there's no situation where I'd say, I should start the other quarterback. It's just not going to happen. So probably be a good round to take a quarterback. If Gronk makes it back to me, I should probably take him here. This is the round that he'll be available in, according to how the app is projecting out. So I'm pretty happy with the draft so far, but like I said, I could have totally taken Drake, and then it probably would have come around the corner, and I probably could have gotten Marvin Jones on the 10th. But I chose Marvin Jones first. It's okay. Marvin Jones is a great value pick, so he's an outstanding pick for our second, our second flex, basically, is what he is. Okay, so Ingram comes off. That means there is a real danger that Gronk could be taken here before our pick. I want to just look at the other tight ends. Everett, Hunter Henry, Cole Kmet. Yeah. So we are almost at the point where defenses are going to start coming off the board. If we look at the 12th round, are there any defenses on the 12th round? Yes, look at that. Washington, Los Angeles Rams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are all projected to go in that round. None of them are recommended to draft. So
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
all right, look, they didn't take Gronk. So let's go ahead and take Gronk right there as our tight end 2. Love that. So let's see here. Wash Your Hands. They took a wide receiver, and these guys are a little light on wide receivers here. They've only taken 3. So if we look at the 11th round, Gronk, 116th overall is his value, and we're at pick 129. So that's a nice value pick there. Get like a full round of value out of that. Okay, so who came off? So and all right, well, the Bears took their second tight end, Cole Kmet. Instead of another wide receiver. They're really kind of stretching it out on receivers. Curtis Samuel comes off after that. How's my queue look? Oh, did I do my queue for the 12th round yet? I don't think I did. Okay, so we've got a lot of good options here. So we've got Beasley, Davis, Devontae Parker. So there's Beasley, Devontae Parker, Gabriel Davis. Let's see here. What about any other? Those are all the wide receivers. How about running backs? We could take someone like, we could take Darrell Williams, J.D. McKissick. Hines is still there. Ooh, you know what? Hines might be a good pick. Hines rates as a borderline recommend pick at this point. There's J.D. McKissick. Where's Darrell Williams? There's Darrell Williams. Okay. How to close out? Devontae Parker got taken. Okay. And so here the big thing is that wide receivers are still showing value. Cole Beasley, 85th overall. We're at pick 136. So he would be an outstanding pick here. And then who else is still on my board? Gage.
You are up next.
How's Gage rank? Gage is not even as good a
Now
value.
you are on the clock.
Oh, and he was just taken. All right. So let's go ahead. You know, I really do need some more depth for running backs. And given that Hines is now fair value, I think I got to take him here. So, all right, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, and I just noticed that Cole Beasley just got taken. So we just missed both on Beasley and Gage. That's okay. Hines is fine. Hines is a good choice at this point. So let's go to 13th round. And it's recommending, okay, so here's another good tight end. We could take Austin Hooper, Darrell Williams, Jalen Reagor. So let's just look, first of all, at the tight ends. Austin Hooper is a recommend here. Austin Hooper I'll put on the queue. As far as wide receivers, Gabriel Davis is a long shot. Jalen Reagor offers some really nice value here. I think I'll put him on. I think he's already on the queue, isn't he? No, he's not. Jalen Reagor. Okay. Running backs. We got Darrell Williams. We got Tyson Williams. That's actually also another good option. The backup to Gus Edwards. Tyson. Like that. All right, anybody else? We got like Latavius Murray here. Is he still on the board? I mean, no, I think he's there. There's Latavius. Who else is still on the board here? Rashad Penny, Latavius Murray, Tevin Coleman. what about defenses? Steelers or the Bucks? I'm not going to bother with that. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on the board. All right, so since we took Nyheim Hines, and it was Damian Williams, David Johnson, Alexander Madison, Phillip Lindsay, James White, J.D. McKissic, total running back run here. Another Tannehill gets taken here in the 12th. That's great. I've got a feeling there's going to be a second run on quarterbacks happening here. Nobody's taken any defenses yet, but that could start probably in the 13th round here. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for San Francisco. That's what I'm looking at. And it's telling me that I need to target San Francisco right here, 15th round. And there's the Denver Broncos. Not sure I want to spend both a 14th and a 15th round on defenses, but we'll see what happens. So we are heading into the 13th round here. Let me just go back to that. All okay. Trevor Lawrence is still on the board. Gabriel Davis is still there. Darrell Williams, Austin Hooper, Tyson Williams, Latavius Murray is on our queue. We've only got 6 picks back to us. Okay, look, so 2 more tight ends got taken. So this would, if we wanted to take Austin Hooper, this is when we would want to take him. Not sure I really want to do it. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with Hawkinson and then Gronk backing that up. Austin Hooper, although nice value, right? But he's still just a 5,505 guy. That's no better than anybody I'm going to be able to pull off of waivers. So I just can't get excited about needing to spend another draft pick on another tight end. That's only going to do that, Oh, look at that. A kicker came off. Are you kidding me? Harrison Butker. We are not going to take a kicker till the very last pick. That's when we're going to take him, and we are not going to worry about it. So we were having a lot of running backs selected here.
You are up next.
All right. So
now you are on the clock.
All right. So for the running backs here, I think I'm going to take Darrell Williams. Let's just look at the other ones that are available here. Chuba, Tyson. Oh, look, he's Wade. Where's Darrell Williams? There he is. You know what? I'm going to take Tyson. And maybe Darrell will make it back to us. Let's look at the 14th round. Again, the defense is not really looking at that. All right, let's go wide receivers. Terrell Williams. There's a target. Terrell, right there. Oh, we'll see if he makes it back. There's Gabriel right at the top of the list. Anyone else? Aguilar. galore. How about running backs? Savon Ahmed. There he is. So I got a number of ways I can go here. I haven't taken a wide receiver in a while, so I think I really need to. If Terrell makes it back to us, I'll take Terrell. I don't want to just be rocking those 5. I'm feeling much better about my running backs now. Let's see. Yeah, none of those guys rate well. Quarterbacks. All right. Okay. Nobody's taken any defenses yet, so that's good. Okay, so both these guys took wide receivers. Wait, he's got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he's got 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 running backs. 1 quarterback, 2 tight ends, yeah. And then this guy's got 1 quarterback, 2 tight ends. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He now has 5 running backs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receivers. Okay. So who do we got here? Okay, so and now how many? 1.
You are up next.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Looks like 21 tight ends have been selected. Gabriel Davis is still on the board. Ooh, you know what? That's very tempting. Wide receivers. Oh, wait, here in the 14th. Gabriel Davis. Yeah, Terrell just offers much better.
Now you are on the clock.
Value. Gabriel's more of a speculative play. That's just a guy that I really like. Terrell made it. Top 100 value at pick 160. I kind of love that. Another tight end taken. Man, are we going to take every tight end in the league? It could happen. Let's see here. But Hooper's being ignored. The guy I'm interested in is Conklin. Very late. Like next to last few picks. All right, 15th round. Now this is the round that I think we're going to target our defense. So let's go to the defenses. And I'm going to highlight San Francisco. And I'm going to highlight Denver. Those are my 2 favorites. And let's look at who else do we need to target here. So let's look at the tight ends. No interest. Wide receivers. Now, running backs, again, more speculative. So did Tony Jones get selected? I think he's gone. No, he's still there. Tony Jones is still there. I'm just going to look through the list here. So Latavius is still there. Let's see here. Daryl's still there. Justin Jackson. Devontae Booker, who's backing up Saquon. Wayne Gallman, backing up Mike Davis. These guys I all like. I got 12 guys in my queue. Trevor Lawrence still on the board. There has not been many quarterbacks taken here. Of course, now that I've said that, it will start to happen. Oh, 2 more were taken, though. Okay. What quarterbacks would I be targeting here? I think they're gone. No, Ryan's still there. I think I might need to take another quarterback on this next pick. Defense. Someone took a defense. There you go. 1 defense and 1 kicker have been taken now. So we might see a run on defenses on this round. If we see the run on defenses, we'll take our defense. But otherwise, I think we're probably good to wait for the turn, and we should be able to get either San Francisco or Denver. Another tight end. Unbelievable how many are being taken here. This is just crazy. You people are crazy. Let me just look at who's available for wide receivers right now. If there's anybody I'm interested in, Hamler, Nico, that's pretty much it. Running backs, let's just look at the running backs. Wow, I think we already did this, yeah. Tight ends. All right. So you can see the defenses are starting to crowd the top of the board. And nobody wants Trevor. Everybody hates Trevor. I don't know why. He's an outstanding player. What do we got? 5 picks to us? Yeah, 5 picks. So I'm just going to look at these other teams and see if there's anything interesting happening here. So this guy's taken 3 tight ends. I don't even know why you'd bother with Herndon. I don't even know why. But I mean, just taking that Tanyan there is just so ridiculous. He took Odell. He took Gaskin. Hurts is a good choice. Nelson Aguilar, that's a good choice. I like that. But I think he kind of doomed his team right there. I think it was right there with the Robert Tonyan pick. That was such a waste. Jeez. And this guy went with the Mahomes stack early, right? So we got Kelsey and Mahomes. We got Mixon, Montgomery, Jacobs. He did really well with the running backs. But then Robbie Anderson is 1. Juju, Chark, Corey, Mooney. It's all right. It's pretty good. I mean, that's a marginal wide receiver core there. Singletary, then Tannehill, Hunter Henry, Pittsburgh, and then he took Latavius. All right, almost back to us.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
All right. So look, Trevor Lawrence made it to us. Someone took another kicker. I'm going to take Lawrence, man. I don't think I could I just don't think I can pass that up. So we've got 2 kickers off the board, only 1 defense. Nobody wants to take their defense early, and I get that. Okay, we're heading into the 16th round. Let's look at what we got. Defenses. All right. Tight ends. Nah. Wide receivers. Cobb is a pretty good value. Is he still there, or is he gone already? Cobb is still on the board. Gabriel Davis still there, man. I might have to take him. Just like I had to take Trevor there. Wayne Gallman. Really like Wayne Gallman. Wayne Gallman's sitting there. All right, so it was wash your hands that took a kicker. They're like, this team's done. It's ready. By the way, the reason why I never go early on a kicker is because the difference between the best kicker in the league and the 12th best kicker in the league is literally 2.5 points a week. That's it. 2.5 points. It is nothing as far as when you're talking these teams are going to be scoring 120 to 150 points a week, and you're talking like less than 2% of the points scored is the impact of taking Tucker early over someone in the last round. I mean, it's ridiculous. So just don't even bother. Don't worry about it. Everything is going to be fine. All right. So someone took Gabriel Davis. Darn it. I really wanted to take him. I really wanted to have him. All right. So if we look at the defenses, yeah, see, a whole bunch more defenses should have been taken. It makes me nervous having to wait this long to come back, but I think we're okay because one defense is off the board. I just hate to miss those guys.
You are up next.
Okay, another defense came up. You know what? I'm just going to take San Francisco here. I'm just going to look at who else is on the board here.
Now you are on the clock.
All right. I don't want to miss. 185. Okay. I'm going to take Denver. Because they're awesome first 3 weeks of the season. They are just absolutely awesome. So let's see if this starts a defense run. I think it probably will. But that's all right. I mean, taking him in the 16th, defense in the 16th. Again, Denver was a long shot to make it to here anyway. So I waited as long as I was comfortable with. So only 4 picks left. One of them's going to be a kicker. I might take a second defense. But then 2 more, so I'm probably going to go with 2 more running backs. There's some really good ones. So, I mean, as far as this list goes, I mean, we got Devontae Booker and someone took Wayne Gallman. Dang it. Are you serious? I thought I was safe. Dang it. That bums me out. I thought he was buried enough on the list that he wouldn't get taken. There's still some good ones here. Did I put Samaje on here? I didn't put Samaje on here. Samaje. I got Savin. Yeah, he's on here. Booker. He's on here. Yeah. Justin Jackson. Okay. All right. See, we're starting to have we're having the run. I'm glad I didn't wait. Who else is on my queue? KJ Hamler, Nico Collins. I can grab one of those guys, too. Let's just take a look here. Someone took Justin Jackson. Benny Snell. He's the handcuffed to Najee. Look at that, 6 defenses off the board. I'm glad I took the defense. I'm glad I took it. I wasn't just going to wait around. And someone took San Francisco. I was going to get one or the other. And San Francisco, their first 2 weeks are great. But then it goes to like Green Bay and I think Tampa Bay. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm like, ooh, boy, that's a little rough. Although the end of their schedule is fantastic as far as for the end of the season. But I guess I don't need to worry about that now. It's already done. And I think that's all we'll take then. We'll just take defense, the Denver defense. There's really no one else that I mean, Buffalo is another one that I like. Let's see. Where are we? We're in the 17th round. Yeah, no defenses. Wide receiver. Yeah, Boston Scott likes that. Okay. I don't need another quarterback because I got Lawrence. So I do not need a third one. So looking at the guys around me, so wash your hands. So they completed their build. But the Bears don't have a defense yet. They might regret that.
You are up next.
18th round is Buffalo on there. Where the heck is Buffalo? I mean, the Browns also is a defense I might want to get my hands on.
Now you are on the clock.
All right. So who's left? So a couple of my backup guys. So I can either take, you know what? I'm going to take Savin Ahmed. I like grabbing handcuffs for guys that are low reliability players, and so Myles Gaskin is a low reliability player. So I'll take Savin, and he took Boston Scott. Benny Snell is still there. Got 3 more picks. All right. So where the heck is the Buffalo defense? Maybe they're not even drafted. Who's still available? So I kind of like the idea of speculating on Cleveland on that defense. And Buffalo is I also like. Carolina's got a great week 1 matchup. I might want to take Tyler Conklin. I'm feeling really good about this draft, man. I think this turned out really, really well. I'm very happy with who I ended up with. I'm going to pull up, once we're done, I'm going to pull up the analysis of the full team on my app, and we can look at all the players and see how they rate. And that's the most important thing is
You are up
the
next.
rating on the players. And the value, value, very important. We want to maximize the value of all of our players. So I'm very excited to see, very excited for that. Who do I want to take? I just don't think, Conklin could really, they were talking.
Now you are on the clock.
All right. So Samaje Perine is the handcuff to Mixon. Benny Snell is the handcuff to Najee. I don't know if anyone's even going to draft Benny Snell. Who's at the top of the draft board? Nobody of interest. I'll go ahead. I'm going to take Samaje. Did it take? There we go. Okay. Oh, so another kicker came off. Two picks left. So if KJ Hamler makes it back to us, I'd love to take him. Man, look at the quarterbacks that are still on the board. Winston and Cousins are still on the board. Wow. I'm sure they'll go in these final 2 rounds. All right, you know what? I'm just going to pause the video here, and so we just get back to the final few picks. All right, so the draft finished up. I took KJ Hamler from the Denver Broncos as my final wide receiver, and then I took Yangsho Koo, the kicker for the Atlanta Falcons. So those were my final 2 picks. I got to say, I'm very happy with this team. This is an excellent team. First thing let's just review everybody. So for my quarterback, I've got Lamar Jackson and I've got Trevor Lawrence. So I'm very happy with that. For my wide receivers, I've got Tyreek Hill, Allen Robinson, Tyler Boyd, Michael Thomas, Marvin Jones, Tyrell Williams, and then KJ Hamler. For running backs, I've got Najee Harris, Kareem Hunt, Ramondre Stevenson, Nyheim Hines, Tyson Williams, Savin Ahmed, and Samaje Perine. For my tight ends, I've got TJ Hawkinson and I got Rob Gronkowski. So that's great. Super happy with that. So let's just look at the players. So first of all, let's look at value. And the one thing that I love about the value, look at this. I've got 4 players, 4 with top 30 value. This is in a 12-team league. I was able to get 4 top 30 value players. Getting Allen Robinson in the 4th round was an unbelievable steal. So that was absolutely fantastic. Now, the mistake I made was in the 5th round when I did take Lamar Jackson. I'm very happy with Lamar Jackson, but I did leave points on the table because I should have taken Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is worth about 1 point per week more than Lamar Jackson, but I'm perfectly fine with Lamar. It's going to be fine. He's a great player. And, I've got the best rookie since Andrew Luck on my team as well. So I'm happy with that. Then you look, I've players outside of the top 50. I've got Tyler Boyd, Kareem Hunt, Marvin Jones, Michael Thomas, and Terrell Williams. All those guys rank in the top 100 value. Of course, Michael Thomas becomes extremely valuable once he comes back from his surgery and recovery. So we're expecting that to happen at around week 7 or so. So that'll be to get him in there with Allen Robinson and Tyreek Hill. I'm going to have an outstanding wide receiver core. But even without it, my wide receivers are all excellent, and I got great value on every single one when I took them in the draft. So they were at least fair value, but most were undervalued relative to their draft position. Now, obviously, my biggest concern is running backs because, it's Najee Harris and it's Kareem Hunt, and then it's a bunch of backups. So I'm hoping that some of these backups come through, but, Ramondre Stevenson has had an excellent preseason. And they got rid of Sony Michel because he was so good, and he's playing behind. And that's the other thing. A lot of these guys I got are playing behind low reliability players. Samaje Perine playing behind Joe Mixon. Ramondre Stevenson playing behind Damian Harris. Savin Ahmed playing behind Myles Gaskin. Tyson Williams it plays behind Gus Edwards, and if he gets Gus Edwards' volume, he's going to get like 150 carries plus some targets. So he offers flex value opportunities there with that. Got the Denver Broncos as my defense. Super happy about that. And so I'm very excited about this team. I think we did really, really well. And again, I hope you saw how useful the app was in just helping us map out players. Now, I got sniped on a few, but overall it went very well the whole way. And then finding those couple of fantastic values in the later rounds was great. But anyway, what do you think of this team, man? Let me know. Give me hold on here. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, man. I'm super happy with this. Oh wait, there's more that I wanted to show you besides the value. Wait, sorry, it's been so long. But look at my Outlook rankings. All these players, the only one with 2 stars was Michael Thomas because he's injured. Also, Michael Thomas, my only injured player out of 20 players, I only took 1. So that's great. Let's look at the reliability rankings. Look at this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 players with high reliability, only 1 with low, and that's Samaje Perine. So he's a guy that's like on my, he's on my bench, so it's no big deal for him. Then everyone else is mid. So I did great with the reliability on these players. Let's look at consistency. And so consistency, maybe a little bit weak. So, I got Michael Thomas, TJ Hawkinson, Allen Robinson ranked very well. We've got these other guys kind of a moderate ranking. And then a couple of poor ranked players. Let's see here. Who is that? It's Ahmed, Marvin Jones, Rob Gronkowski, Samaje Perine. So these are all like bench players. So I'm okay with that. And then we got a bunch of players that are like new or don't have, didn't have enough work to get a rating from last year. But rookies, I've got Najee Harris, I've got Trevor Lawrence. I believe Tyson Williams is a rookie as well. And I think Ramondre Stevenson is as well. So anyway. I'm sorry. Tyson is not a rookie, but the other 3 are. But anyway, yeah, super happy. This is great. A great first draft from a very difficult draft position. I got to say, I drafting late in these things is challenging, but we will see what happens. And Let me do one more thing. If the draft is done, they should have the projections for week 1 ready to go. Let's go and check that out too. All right, they don't have the projections in yet, so I don't know what those are going to be, but let's see here. So here's who my opponent has. So he has Tom Brady versus Lamar Jackson, Zeke, Gus Edwards as his running backs. I got Najee Harris and Kareem Hunt. I think that's pretty even. He's got Godwin, Evans and Evans as his wide receivers. I got Tyreek Hill and Allen Robinson. Definitely advantage to me there. For flexes, okay, well, my flex is not going to be Michael Thomas, so that will be moved out. He's got Mostert and Devonta Smith. I've got Boyd and maybe Marvin Jones. Who would I put in there? Is my bench down here? Probably be Marvin Jones. I bet you that's going to be my second flex. So I'd say that's pretty even. Hawkinson versus Waller, he has an advantage there, but I don't think it's by that much. Suckup versus Koo, that's a wash. Buffalo versus Denver, I think advantages to Denver. I think I'm going to be favored in this game, so we'll see what happens there. But anyway, so that's it. Hey, first big draft out of the way. I've got another one tomorrow. I got another one the next day and another one the next day. So I got a whole bunch of drafts happening. But this went very well. So I'm very happy. Thank you very much and have a great day.